Hello everyone, today I'll be bringing you guys an Ahri commentary. Now some of you have suggested that I put full game commentaries and live commentaries up for future gameplay videos, and I may do something like that in the near future, but for now, if you want to watch that, you can tune into my stream, which will hopefully be coming this weekend. I'll play some custom games with you guys and maybe a couple of normals to make sure everything's working, then once the week starts, I'll be streaming some solo queue daily. If you're interested in more details on the stream and future videos, I suggest you go check out my Facebook and Twitter, but for now, let's get into the game. Now, especially in mid lane, if you're facing anyone with linear skill shots like Ziggs, Ahri, or Kennen, you should try and dodge them by moving side to side, not forward and backward. I mess up on this a little bit right here, but eventually I get into it during the game. It's a small detail that seems obvious, but even high elos mess up on this every once in a while. One of the major keys to being successful with Ahri is utilizing her passive Essence Theft effectively. If you use your Q every single time your passive is up and you hit a wave or a wave and a half of minions, then you'll heal for a lot of health and you'll save a lot of health potions. You can sustain very well in lane if you use this correctly. Also, a lot of people actually think that Ahri's passive gains a stack every single time you use a spell, but that's not actually true. You gain a stack every single time a spell hits a champion or minion, capping at 3. So for instance, if your Q hits 3 or more minions, then you get 3 stacks. Every time you use your W, assuming you hit someone every single time, then you get 3 stacks. So your passive actually comes up a lot more often than you might first think. One of the things you should always try and do if you're getting ganked or if you're getting chased through the jungle is you should try and always look at the minimap as you're running away. By knowing where your teammates are and where the enemy is, you can know where to and where not to run. Even though I have little to no health or mana right here, I still try and stay around and help out my team. Hopefully I can soak up some damage, provide some CC, and hopefully my auto attacks will stack up and deal a decent amount of damage. Even though this fight doesn't end up the best for us, I still pick up a kill from an auto attack on Renekton, which will help me snowball very hard later in the game, and we force a number of flashes. Blitzcrank flashes over the wall right there, and because I have more movement speed than Corki, I'm able to get in range for a charm and force him to flash away too. Ahri does exceptionally well against people who have no natural escape. Here I see that Ziggs is very low on mana, so I don't think he has enough for his satchel charge, so I push the lane to his tower and get ready to dive. When he gets too close, I pop all my abilities and ult him. With Ignite, it's an easy kill, even with Pantheon just above doing Wraiths. After I kill Ziggs, I want to push my advantage by pushing to the tower and making him lose as much CS as possible. Now, I notice Pantheon shows up, and he does not have much health and double buff. One easy Charm Q combo, along with a little help from Lee Sin, and I can flash W, picking up my second kill and double buff pretty easily. Ahri is also a champion who snowballs exceptionally hard. I only have 3 kills, but I'm already able to pick up a needlessly large rod in addition to 2 Dorans rings and a Sorc boots, and as you can see, I deal plenty of damage. Against people who have no escape and no sustain, I can easily dive them, especially when I have help from someone like Darius coming forward. Even if he didn't help, I think I would have been able to pick up an easy kill on Ziggs again and snowball my lead even harder. Ahri also does exceptionally well in team fights. After Ziggs misses his ult and we get Dragon, we find Renekton here. My charm deals a huge amount of CC and we end up picking up an easy kill. Now Ziggs comes up and I try to 1v1 him, and I do fairly well. With a very well placed E and Ignite from him, he's able to take me down, but not before I take him down as well. All in all, it's a 2v2 and we got Dragon, so it's pretty worth it. However, we could have prevented my death and probably Lee Sin's as well. Try to not rest on your laurels too much. There's always something you can take away from every single game, and there's always something that you can improve on. You can always make yourself a better player whether you win or lose or do good or bad in any specific game. Here a fight is about to break out near our wraiths. I decide to initiate by charming Ziggs. Now that into a Leona ultimate and my combo drops him almost immediately. He gets nearly nothing off. One of the nice things about Ahri is you can jump in and out of a fight with your ultimate while still surviving most of the time. Even when Pantheon jumps right on top of me, with a nice charm into Q and W, we're still able to take him out and I still live with the rest of my team. We force a number of other team fights and I pick up a couple more assists, and eventually we push down their inhib. Now after we do that, we go and we steal their blue, but I make a mistake of being overly confident and recall right in their bush. Even then I probably could have gotten out with another ultimate away, but then I get extremely greedy and want to ult back in for Corki. He gets a very nice Valkyrie away and then his team ends up finishing me off. Even with that mistake, they end up surrendering almost immediately afterwards as their Renekton just left. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you're interested in the build or runes and masteries that I used in this video, you can go ahead and check the description. I have a new series that I'm going to be starting on Wednesdays, so stay tuned for that. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.